But Messi weren't doing this. Messi wasn't doing what this kid's been doing at 17 and 16 years old.
Good enough to play for any team in world football. That's how good I think he's a superstar.
And they're not exaggerating. At just 16 years old, Lamine Yamal has gone from prospect to phenomenon. A player so gifted, he's forcing Spain to completely rethink their future. This isn't just another wonder kid story. For the first time in over a decade, Spain have someone so unique, so talented, that the entire system bends toward him. His name? Lamine Yamal. After 2012, Spain's golden era was over. The tiki-taka that once terrified opponents suddenly felt outdated. The magic of Xavi and Iniesta was gone, replaced by endless sideways passing and no killer edge. They crashed out of the 2014 World Cup in the group stage. Knocked out of Euro 2016 by Italy, outfought, outpaced, outscored, Spain was stuck between eras. Too loyal to the old, too scared of the new. The nation that once dominated every possession statistic now dominated nothing. The fans were frustrated, the federation was confused, and for the first time in decades, Spain didn't have an identity. But in 2021, a small spark appeared. Luis Enrique, known for trusting youth, began picking players most people had never heard of. Pedri, Gavi, and eventually a 16-year-old from Barcelona's academy named Lamine Yamal. At the time, he wasn't even a regular for his club, but Enrique saw something. Not just talent, but fearlessness. Lamine Yamal didn't grow up in a golden boot era. He wasn't handed anything. Born in 2007, he came through La Masia during Barcelona's worst financial crisis. He saw Messi leave, legends retire, the club crumble. While most players his age dreamed of debuting for the youth team, Yamal was witnessing chaos, the kind that either breaks a prospect or builds a monster. And what made Yamal different was how quickly he adapted. At 15, he was already training with Barcelona's first team, not just tagging along, but competing. Senior players couldn't believe his confidence. He'd demand the ball, take on veterans in training, and treat every session like a final. By 16, he debuted for Spain, the youngest player in their history. He didn't flinch, he didn't hide, he played like he belonged. And he didn't just survive, he changed the team. Yamal brought something Spain hadn't had in years: directness. While everyone else looked to pass, Yamal looked to attack. He stretched defenses, took on players 1 versus 1, broke the rhythm of Spain's slow build-up. Suddenly, Spain, a team known for endless passing, had a winger who could decide games. His confidence was contagious. Players like Pedri and Rodri started playing forward quicker. Fullbacks overlapped with purpose. For the first time since their golden era, Spain looked unpredictable again, and it all started with a teenager unafraid to take risks. By the time he turned 18, Yamal wasn't just another youngster breaking records. He was the heartbeat of Spain's new generation, the player they trusted to flip a match with a single touch. He became the spark that reminded fans what made Spanish football beautiful in the first place: skill, intelligence, and bravery. But unlike the past, this version came with pace, flair, and fearlessness. Spain didn't just find another playmaker, they found their difference maker. Spain's system had always been about control. Formation 4-3-3, short passes, patience. But under De La Fuente, something changed. Instead of possession for possession's sake, Spain started using verticality. The fullbacks overlapped, the midfield pressed higher, and the wingers, especially Yamal, were encouraged to take risks. Every attack now had one clear plan: get Yamal isolated, give him space, let him decide. And it worked. At just 17, Yamal led Spain in goal contributions at the Euros. He wasn't just fitting in, he was dictating how Spain played. His movement forced defenders to rethink their positioning, creating pockets of space for others. The tempo accelerated, passing lanes widened. Even the most experienced midfielders found themselves adjusting instinctively to Yamal's decisions. De La Fuente said it himself: "We don't build the team around players. But sometimes a player is so special, the team naturally builds around him." But what makes Yamal so special? It's easy to say he's talented, but Yamal's impact goes beyond stats. He combines old-school Spanish intelligence with modern unpredictability. He understands when to slow the game, when to speed it up. He can play as a classic winger, hugging the touchline or drift inside to become a playmaker. But above all, he's mature. Watch him closely. When things go wrong, he doesn't complain. He tracks back, he defends, he learns. That's rare for someone who became a superstar before turning 18. Spain has had gifted youngsters before, Bojan, Munir, Deulofeu, but they couldn't handle the pressure. Yamal, he thrives on it. He plays like someone who knows he's representing more than himself. He's carrying a new era of Spanish football. For the first time since 2012, Spain has a real playstyle identity again, and it's being built around balance. Pedri and Rodri control the tempo. Nico Williams brings pace and aggression, and Lamine Yamal, the youngest of them all, provides magic. When Spain needs a spark, they don't look to veterans, they look to Yamal. When they need to break a low block, they look for his 1v1s. And when they need belief, they remember he's still a teenager doing things seasoned pros can't. That's why every training session, every press conference, every lineup starts with one question. How do we get the best out of Lamine? That's when you know a team is being built around someone, when everyone else adjusts to their brilliance. In just 1 year, Spain has gone from underachievers to European champions. They didn't do it with stars like Mbappe or Haaland. They did it with a system and a teenager leading the way. Yamal became the youngest player to score in the Euros, the youngest to reach a final, and one of the best performers in the entire tournament. And suddenly, the world took notice. This wasn't just another golden boy. This was Spain's new identity. But what's next for Lamine Yamal? And for Spain? The question now isn't whether Yamal is special. We already know he is. The question is, can Spain and Lamine handle success the right way? Because building a team around youth is risky. Pressure, fame, expectations. They creep up slowly, and they can destroy even the most talented players. We've seen it happen before. But this version of Spain feels different. The veterans protect him. The coach trusts him. And Yamal, he keeps proving he's ready. If he continues on this path, Spain won't just be contenders for 2026. They'll be favourites. If you love these deep dives into football stories that actually matter, smash that like button, subscribe, and be part of the journey today. Prime 11 out.